What's up? What's up? What's up? It's me, Lena. I'm back with some more truth telling. It's truth telling time. Tonight I want to talk about domestic violence. What y'all know about domestic violence? Any of you ladies out there ever been abused by your significant other, be it male or female? I've had a few of them. I'm trying to go back to my first one. My first abuser, domestically, relationship wise, was my first son's father. I was 16 years old, 15 when I met him. He was 23. Me being 15, I'm a kid, I don't know no better. I thought I was in love. Showed me some attention. He had a great smile and charisma. He was bow-legged. He was blacker than dirt. Blacker than black, let's say that. He was a good-looking man. And I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And I thought I found it in him. Boy, was I wrong. I remember, I remember he would abuse me and disrespect me walking down the street in public, in front of people, you know? The way he talked to me, you know, abuse goes a long way. It's more than just somebody putting their hands on you. It's how they talk to you and what they say to you and how it makes you feel. He used to talk really, 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 really bad to me. But in the beginning, he told me that he loved me, you know, and wanted to be with me. So one night, he was supposed to be taking me to see the shot lights. And we started out at his house. I met him at his place. And I was all dressed and ready to go. I was wearing red that night. And we had dinner at his house before we went to see the shot lights. And he gave me a beer. I'll never forget, it was a Michelob. And of course we were smoking weed, getting high as hell. So I'm sitting there jamming to the music with a beer in my hand, and he comes in there and just walks over to me and gives me a huge sloppy kiss. And when he did that, he slipped something in my mouth. And it was a piece of acid. Back in the day, they called it window pane. It was a teeny weeny little square piece of paper. When he slipped it in my mouth and took my hand with the beer in it and pushed it to my mouth. Little did he know that that 15, 16-year-old little girl couldn't handle that. Marijuana, beer, window pane in a 15-year-old's mind. Shame on him. I feel like he should have known better. In my opinion, that was the greatest abuse that he could have did to me. He knew I was troubled. He knew I'd lost my parents. He knew my family had basically abandoned me. And In the beginning, he made me feel comfortable and safe. But then he started to act differently towards me, especially after he gave me the hit of window pane because I ruined the entire night. I couldn't even tell you what happened. I just remember flashes of things that happened. And I think I killed this fish. His fish was named Charlie. I killed this fish. I don't remember. My mind was on a trip. But from what I understand, what I do remember though, I do remember that they had to call my family to come and get me. Actually, I was on the phone with my best friend and she knew something was wrong and she went and got my sister-in-law. And they came and got me. And I remember my sister-in-law had to dress me because I was butterball naked. Acting a damn fool. Anyway, after that, he went on to be really abusive towards me. And the night that he gave me that window pane was the night that I got pregnant with my first child by him. And once he found out I was pregnant, oh my God, he really changed. He told me he was going to get his girlfriend to kick the baby out of me. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm your girlfriend. So who could this be? And then he lets me know that he's married and has 3 kids in another state. You know, and he basically abandoned me after that. And he never spent a dime towards my son, our son. He just completely abandoned us. We didn't exist, you know. And he moved out of state and left us behind. He gave us $25 before he left. And we didn't hear from him until my son was about 6 or 7 years old. And that alone was abusive towards my son. But that's another chapter. But I talk about domestic violence to say this to you ladies out there. You know, a man will tell you that he loves you. You know, if this man really, really loves you, or this woman, for that matter, they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to call you out of your name. You know, they're not going to disrespect you in public and keep you away from your family. And love doesn't hurt. So, to you young ladies out there, if you have a man that doesn't like it when you have to go out and do things that doesn't involve him, and he tries to hold you back, and he's got you in a bear hug, you know, acting like he's trying to calm you down when actually he's the one upset and he doesn't want you to leave. He gets upset when you speak to somebody else. I had a man move into my house with me and my 2 kids in my apartment, with me and my 2 sons. And in the beginning, this man treated me like a queen. He took me to the best restaurants. He took me to the high-class Christmas parties and showered me with gold and diamonds. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, the man would walk up behind me and punch me in my face. He'll come up from behind me and throw his arm around me. It's like he didn't want me to see him doing it. But he would come from behind me, throw his arm around and hit me in my face. He kept me with 2 black eyes. He made it so I was too ashamed and embarrassed to leave the house. He would lay on top of me and put his legs around over my neck, blocking me from, moving my arms, and he would choke me. And it was like he got great satisfaction out of doing it. But he ran all my friends away. You know, when he first moved in with me, my friends and I were sitting in my home playing spades, having a few drinks, having a good time. And he comes in from work and tells everybody they gotta leave. And my dumbass allowed him to do it. As I look back on it now, I didn't stand up for myself. And it's probably a good thing I didn't, because after my friends would leave and we would end up in the bedroom, that's when he would, he was in the Army Reserves. And it was like he was trained to do tactical things. The things he did was diabolical. And he would do it where my sons wouldn't hear. He would choke me so that I couldn't scream. And when my children were at home, he used to hit me. Ladies, there's no reason whatsoever for a man to put his hands on you or call you a bitch and a whore and disrespect you in public or disrespect you, period. If you are with a man, or if your significant other, be it male or female, are experiencing anything like what I said, you need to start making an escape plan. You need to inform people that maybe just one person, inform one person and let them know what's exactly going on with you. And you got to protect yourself. You got to start saving up on some money, have an escape plan, because it's not going to stop. It's going to get worse. And it might even get to a point where he might kill you. I was lucky. I was able to get out thanks to my son. My son whooped his ass. He was 10 years old. He went to that ass and told him, "You're going to stop beating on my mother." I ain't have to worry about the man no more after that. But shame on me for allowing a man to move into my home and disrespect me and my children in such a way. He lowered my self-esteem, made me feel worthless, and then the weirdest thing is, after he would beat me and abuse me, he would hold me in his arms and say, "I just want to make love to you. I love you so much. I just want to make love to you." What kind of shit is that? Anyway, that's my truth tonight. I had a few more abusive relationships. My son's father, he was the first one to punch me in my face. I don't know what it was about these men and me, but being that my dad died at such an early age and I was a daddy's girl, I was only 10 when he died. And I was a daddy's girl. And when he passed away, all of that was gone. That love that that man showed me was gone. And I tried to find it in every man that showed me attention. I thought that when he hit me, it meant that he loved me. I ain't know no better. I was such a little girl. When I think back on the things that I allowed people to do to me and not talk about it to anybody, I don't think my family knows what I've been through, what I experienced, because when a man is abusing you, he isolates you first. He keeps you away from your immediate family. You know, he'll find ways to stop you from communicating with your immediate family, and they don't know how to get in touch with you. That's how it starts. Stay woke, ladies. Stay woke. I'm telling you now, we're in 2021. You never know what to expect today. Don't bring a man into your home until you have him thoroughly checked out, especially if you got children. You know, especially if you have children. Anyway, it's a little bit of my truth tonight. Thought I'd share some of that with you. Welcome to Pain Street, y'all. My name is Lena. Like my video. If you like it, why don't you try subscribing? Hit that notification button, because I'm coming back with some more stuff. Alright, y'all, that's it for me tonight. Holla back. My name is Lena.